Hello and welcome to the Bleach Rebirth Soul's Awakening rating. We got the guy who watches anime sometimes, most of the time, Elliot.
Greetings and salutations.
And then we also got the other guy who doesn't watch anime at all.
Me.
Yeah, Luke. There was meant to be
Him.
another one, but he's not here because he gets spit roasted. So
He
yeah,
went to the tackle of the mail.
yeah, and getting spit roasted by his gym buddies. Too bad. But hey, he watched Bleach one time. I love Bleach. I'll be the one who knows Bleach. You know, we be rating. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Out of 10. Yeah. First we got head captain Yamamoto. We got the awakenings are when they get into their second stage, guys. If you didn't know. You two know that 'cause you played this game already. But yeah, anyway, this is Yamamoto's. Yeah.
Don't you know why I've been able to serve as head captain of the 13 Godcon squads for a millennium? It is simple, because no soul reaper stronger than me has emerged in 1,000 years.
Okay. So if you just rate it out of 10 and then give me your
1,000
thoughts, it's like just a couple, like a single word or sentence thought. I'm gonna give that like a. Cause I've seen all these because I recorded it. I'm gonna give that like a 5. I think it's very like basic. Actually, no. I'm giving it a 6 because I like his speech.
So flashy, but that's about it. Big fire, big pillar. Ooh, very scary.
Multiple pillars actually.
Oh yes, actually, there's 4 pillars. That does increase the rating. I'd say like a 6, 7 around that.
Yeah, 6.5. Yep. Luke, guy who
I
doesn't
like
anime.
it. I like it because he's an old man, and this old man can shoot fire pillars from the ground, and I think that's pretty cool. You don't see a lot of old men representation in animation media, so
Yeah.
I'll give it a good cracking 6.5. Are we allowed to do decimal places?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5.
Yep. All right. Well, there we go. On to the next Soy Phone, Captain of Squad 2, the Stealth Force, by the way. Alright, let's go! Yeah. I'm giving that like a 3. It's literally fucking nothing.
Well, I beg to differ, because I remember playing her and absolutely schooling you. I'd say she has a place in my heart to an extent. I'd give that a 6.
Okay. Luke.
Speak of Orange One.
Speaker.
Could I see it again?
Yeah,
Please.
oh yeah, if you want to see it again, guys, just let me know and I'll play it again.
Looking? How dare you not look?
I was watching a TF2 video.
How dare you, bro? Nah. Fuck you, Luke. You're worse than Leon.
What? I'm worse than the guy that didn't show up even though he said he would.
Okay, I'm sorry, Luke. I love you. I'm sorry. You helped me do that Dark Souls video that one time.
Gay.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you watch it that time though?
I did actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yep. So what are you rating it?
I'll rate it because she's a girl. And
Yep.
Girls got cooties. I'm gonna give it a 4.
4. Okay. Yep.
She doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, she literally does fucking nothing.
Just you wait.
Yeah. All right, now we got Byakuya, baby. Captain Squad 6. He's pretty cool. Let's go.
Scatter. Sengon Sakura Kageoshi.
I'm giving that an 8 because it's literally ripped straight from the anime and manga of Oni Bankai's. So it's an 8. Pretty cool. First Bankai. Cherry Blossom
I'd
voice.
say probably a 7 of sorts, because when that sword went through the ground and all the other swords appeared, it reminded me greatly of how gambling in casinos work. You put in the credit card and many coins come out. Big win, big money.
Yeah, everyone loves a gambler.
7.
Rookie? 7.
Yeah,
Rookie.
I totally agree with what Elliot said. You know,
Gambler.
I'm a gambler myself. You know, I like to gamble every day. I'm down at the slots at Stockton on Sea, and you know, I really love gambling.
You know,
So because of that, I'm gonna give that a 7 as well.
you know,
I don't
I'm
think
gonna.
Balatro counts.
I said 8. I'm gonna bring it down to a 7. For those who gamble, you get why I bring it down to a 7.
Lucky number.
Okay. Okay. Next we have Sergeant Konomura, Wolf Boy. Let's go.
Dog.
He's actually a fox.
That does not look like a fox. Nor does that thing behind him. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's not a fox.
That's a weird looking dog.
Guard squads, but I will not fall here.
I'm gonna give that like a 7, 6.5 because yeah, wait, for knowing what he does, like there's not much they could do. He just goes Bankai and then his Bankai appears. So yeah, yeah, 6.5.
I'd probably say an 8 because it's like if it was a stand user, but the stand was a Titan from Attack on Titan. That's how I see it.
Well, that is what Konomura is basically. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
5 because you know I didn't really get the accuracy of it. He's talking like a human. He's got a wolf head, surely, or fox or whatever it is. It's definitely a wolf's head though. And I'd even say that's a dire wolf as well. But either way, it's a 5 because what you should be doing, you should be going woof 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 instead of talking.
I understand. I understand.
No accuracy.
No accuracy. Alright. Next is Shunsui Kirako.
Play some kids games with me.
Elliot's gonna love this one.
You live, lose,
What?
and you die. It's selfish that way. So let's play to the death, shall we?
Yeah, pretty. He just monologues, mate. I'll give it like a 5. Just a bit boring.
Now, have you know the only games I play involving kids are.
Oh.
You have to cut that bit out, Cody. You have to cut that bit out.
Yep. Thanks,
You
Elliot.
should just cut it like briefly before I. Before I
What would be
continue
really
talking,
funny
just have it
is
cut.
we're talking about cutting out. I just don't even cut it out. You like kid
Oh.
games, Elliot? What you
Oh,
rating?
crazy! Oh, what happened there? I mean, yeah, it seemed interesting, seemed ominous, ominous being the big thing about it. I'd say probably like a 6.
Understandable. Luke.
3 because a man of his stature and age shouldn't be playing kids games with little children. Alright. And not just that, but what, he plays the games with them and he's got giant kitchen knives. You know, that's very dangerous.
Very true. Not as dangerous as Elliot. Toshiro Hitsugaya time.
Oh look, it's
It's a kid.
okay. Oh no!
You have to cut a lot of this out.
What? No. It's a running gag. It's fine.
So yeah, it's a funny guy. Yeah, it's a Toshiro
Much like what I
Hitsugaya.
do to the game.
You freeze them, do you? Fucking Fallout 4 wanna be. Yeah, but yeah, he just uses Bonka. I'm gonna give it like a 6. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, but
I've always been partial to ice magic and water magic. I've always liked the manipulation of ice. Frozen did ruin it for me for a solid few years, but yeah, that can only go so far.
then you saw Frozen 2 and you're like, yeah, I love it again, man.
I haven't actually. I haven't even
I haven't
finished the
either.
first Frozen.
I haven't even watched the first Frozen.
I'd say I give it like an 8.
Yeah.
I like the look, very flashy.
Yeah, Icy Dragon.
Mhm.
I'll give it a 7.5 because I like the look of it. I think I like the ones where they add stuff to them rather than just make
Yeah.
them glow. I like
Yeah.
that, and because that's like a permanent thing for the rest
Yeah.
of the fight. I'll give that a
Yeah,
7.5.
very true. One thing I will say with the Shunsui one, the guy before this, I understand why they didn't use Bunkai because you hadn't seen it yet in Thousand Year Blood War. If he had his Bunkai, it'd be like a 10 out of 10. Anyway, I was meant to say that earlier and I forgot. Anyway, next is someone, Kenpachi. Luke knows this guy. He's the strength user.
Pirate.
Pirate R.
Fight you without holding back at all. Against you, I can finally fight all out.
I'm giving that like a 8. Yeah, it's boring, but obviously Kenpachi doesn't have anything at this point, so I'm giving it an 8. I just really like how you can see his eye patch go flying away. That's what I liked about it.
I'd honestly give that a 9 because it's very unnerving. To
Yeah,
see.
it's very him.
It reminds you greatly of an abusive alcoholic father when the son refuses to fetch another beer.
yeah.
You're not
Finally
talking
stop
from
holding
experience, are you, Elliot?
Oh no, trust me.
He's talking about the future.
Oh.
I see. Well, is that going to be your Bankai, Elliot? You're going to go, I'm going to throw my beers at you!
I'm gonna justify fucking domestic violence as my bunkai.
Yeah, you're going to shout Bankai and you're going to start throwing your empty whiskey bottles at him.
How I feel throwing razor blades at homeless people. I'm just using my Bunkai.
Exactly.
Okay, Luke, rating.
9 because he's pirate. He's my favorite. I
Arr,
like pirates.
You like pirates.
And I beat Codie as his character one time, so it's easily the best character.
Facts. Right, next we have Mayuri, KUBO's favorite character. Crazy.
Oh god.
We shall soon begin the next phase.
I don't know why.
I already my opinion about him.
I leave it a little bit. Oh, no, I don't. I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 because Mayuri is crazy. He just uses Bunkai, and you see his what you were saying earlier, Luke, about the guy like how they transform and it changes the fight. The baby thing he summons sits in the back of the arena for the rest of this game. But yeah, I'm giving it a 9.
It's
just as
bloody
Bunkai.
horrifying. I mean, it's cool in its own right, but it's so unsettling.
Wait until we do the Keycon moves. You're going to be a lot more scared.
Like,
you ain't seen the real power of that baby yet. Baby.
I don't like this version of the very hungry caterpillar.
Literally.
I'd probably say like a 7 because it's just creepy.
Yeah. Luke? I don't think you...
2 because he's doing blackface.
Canonly, by the way, that guy is white and he does become a human at one point and he does have a white face. So fair.
So yeah.
Now we're on to the first lieutenant. Lieutenant of Squad 3, Lizu Kira. He has my favourite Zonpokto in Bleach.
Show yourself.
What does that even mean?
The weapon.
The power of my Zonpokto. Did you know?
Did you know?
It's half of the Codie symbol.
I'm giving... it's a quarter, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, quarter.
It's a quarter. At least get the joke right, Elliot. God. I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. Maybe biased because I just love One Beast. But I know what the ability is. Did you know? I do. That's why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. That's 100% biased. It's like at best like maybe an 8 actual 8.
probably give it a 6 because he just turns his sword into a walking cane. It becomes so inefficient. I mean, you had a perfectly good blade, and then you just go check out my power. I
Elliot,
can bend it.
Elliot, you're gonna be eating your words. Trust me.
No.
Wait till we see Kikon moves, baby. Luke, Lukey,
Um.
Lukey Poo.
Well, right. So I'll give it a 4 because I don't like how corny he sounds when he says, "Did you know?
Did you?
Did you know?
He's
Does he
a
know?
corny guy.
Does he know? Are you sure?
Literally,
Are you sure?"
later
sure?
on, well, in the show later on, he literally says, "I'm a dead man," because he dies. Well, he doesn't die. If you
It's
know,
very
you know.
literal. Is he autistic?
No,
Don't even mean
he
it as
might
like,
be.
hey.
He might be. He might be. I don't know. But he does. He goes. Someone says he and he goes, "I'm a dead man," and then he becomes super. Where he says, "I'm a dead man," and then next time we see him, he's a super edgy guy. He's a fucking like edgy. He always wears a hood. Always just walks around with his sword out, with his hood up. He's just edgy, you know.
Does he have Asperger's?
He could. I don't know. Ask Kubo. I'll bring him up and ask him.
Asperger's.
Yeah.
Asperger's. Haven't you heard of Asperger's?
I
No,
love
but I've heard of
Asperger's.
Right, continue.
Okay, next is Renji Ibarra, the guy who is a walking L, even though he's the strongest character in Bleach. When we get to Chad, I'll tell you why.
Everything that I've got. I'll end this now.
I've said this joke so many times.
TITE! Hihio! Sharimaru!
Now that's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10. Just it's the first time where something actually properly happens. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
I remember back in the days of 2018 where I played Jump Force for the first time. He was one of the first Bleach characters I saw in Jump Force, and I had no idea what the hell was going on.
And he doesn't even do that because in Jump Force he's a 1,000-year Blood War version of himself.
I'd probably give that a 7. Very cool, very creepy.
I feel like it's the first time where something actually happens. Like you see the
The
thing
big
turn into it
snake.
and stuff. Yeah.
I like it. Sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
your turn.
Alright, I like it because he gets a new fin and it isn't like he doesn't just bend his sword like the other idiot does. You know,
Stop dissing Izuru, he's a dead man. You're gonna hurt
yeah,
him dead like that?
he's a dead man, alright? Did you know he's a dead man?
Yes.
but I'll give that a 9 because I like that he actually turns his weapon into something cool
Yeah.
rather than just a walking cane, as Elliot so classically put it.
Put it, yes. I just realised the whole. Yeah, don't worry. Shuhei, this guy, my favourite lieutenant. Wow.
Those who don't fear the very sword they hold are not worthy of holding one. That's what I've been taught.
Also, I'm not just on my knees for Shuhei. That's a 10 out of 10. He throws his sword and it goes off screen, comes back still spinning, and now it's a Zanpakuto. 10 out of 10.
I would say probably. I mean, it's pretty cool. Spins it around very nice to see. Looks like a dual-ended scythe.
He has, linked by a
An
chain.
8? Yeah, I've probably seen 8.
Also,
Some
he says
chain
the whole,
scythe.
his whole gimmick is fear, and like, he's like, you should never wield a blade which you don't fear, and he literally like monologues that whilst doing it.
But when he gets it back, he just ends up becoming a double-sided. Master got me working one day. Master's gonna shit me.
Luke, please feel free to
Sorry.
speak over Elliot whenever you can.
Okay. Well, I like it because he gets 2 weapons. He does rather than 1 weapon, which means double damage. So I'm gonna say 7.5.
That's nice. Now we got Rongiku, baby.
Oh, my lady.
Don't underestimate me.
I'm gonna give that like a 7.5 because I quite like it, and they couldn't really have done anything more. She turns her sword to ash. How are you gonna fucking like put that in a game? So yeah, I'm giving that like a 7.5.
I'd probably give it around the same, around a 7. Because I understand kind of what her ability is in the entire gimmick. But for someone who doesn't, and I reckon Luke will probably mention this,
Yeah,
she just gets rid of the sword.
she just fucking gets rid of the.
Oh,
blade.
Ellie, you
Sure.
took the words right out of my mouth.
I'll give it a 7 because it's cool and I think I know what it is, but like, she just got rid of the blade.
Yeah.
Oops.
Where did her sword go? Where did her sword go? It was like it's like the Duran Duran song, you know.
No, we can't do that. We can't copyright.
Okay. It's like
We
the
all-
Duran
everyone
Duran
knows,
song.
everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
And my big boss likes as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously it's not going to do much damage if it's if it's disappeared. So I'll give that a 2.
My snake is so solid.
Against
Ikaku.
how come I really didn't want to be forced to use this?
I'm gonna give that like a 6 because they could have done so much more. Like he could have actually said the word bunkai like in the show where he actually fucking like screams it, and they also could like just not do like a whirlwind, yay spinning, yeah. But like they could have like shown the dragon or like showed the blade sling, not just show it all at once. Like they should have done it slowly. But so, yeah, whatever number I said, I think I said a 6. I don't remember.
You know, I think I'll give that a 7. The whole look at the appeal of the really big blades, very not kind of menacing, but also seem quite impractical. Like the weight that they would be and how difficult it is to swing them around. It just kind of reminds you more of like an autistic kid that disassembles all the scissors in the back of the class and sticks them to him with glue and runs around.
But Ikaku's really strong, so you can do it. Do you not see his fucking arms?
I mean, I saw that he was a streaker, yes, but
Yeah,
What does
always
that
the
mean?
bold ones. Always the bold ones.
Street girl, did you just
No,
say?
streaker. He took his shirt off and he's naked.
Street curve.
I'm gonna call you a cur in a second.
I give it a 7 because he looks like General Radahn from Elden Ring.
Yes.
What?
He does. I get that joke. I get that. Luke said that joke last time he saw him when he was playing him. He does. General Dan.
I'll send you a picture of what General Radahn looks like.
I'll
Elliot,
put
and
whichever,
you'll-
I
whatever
have
image.
Google.
No, send it. No, let Luke send it because whatever he sends, I'm gonna put in this video right now.
Okay, Schmuggy.
I'll also maybe I'll put the Leon just sent me an image. The person you're getting spit roasted. He just sent me an image on Instagram and to me saying we're doing it without him, and I'll put that image up on screen as well. I have no clue who it is, but it's someone.
Oh, Radahn is big man with small horse and gravity manipulation.
Yeah.
Big arena with missile. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We know hit game Elden Ring.
Yes, Elden Ring. Okay, let's go. I don't remember. Oh, I'm attacking. Oh, we got Rukia. Elliot gonna love this one.
Lo and behold.
I'm not.
Actually, you might not. Maybe not. You'll like it a bit later on.
Full power.
Isn't that crazy? She got a ribbon on her sword. I'll give it like a 6. I kind of like the symbol she makes when she's like holding it at the end. It like freezes. So I'll give it a 6.5.
I'm gonna give that a 9 because of the fact of 1, again, it's to do with like ice, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes, it is.
and 2, it's just the elegance, just the gentle
Well,
just
yeah.
spin and the sound of the chime and the God, it's just very elegant, very nice, very essence of a Yuki-onna, Snow Woman, Spirits, Mountains, yada yada.
Hey, that's what she's based off. Elegance and snow.
Oh my goodness!
It's like they got her character correct. Oh my god.
First I'm hearing about it, holy shit!
Holy shit, man. Okay, Luke.
So 9 years.
In 9 years.
I don't have the hots for this woman, unlike Elliot does.
I will skin you up. Go on.
I really don't like Ruki. I think she's a... I don't like it.
So I'll give it a 5 because it was quite stylish. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it was elegant. Alright, now on to her mentor, kinda. Cayenne Shiba, why is he in this game? No one knows. Well, it's because of Aranya.
That's why. I'll finish this now. Negimana!
Yeah, so that was really shit because we don't know anything about this guy at all because he's literally not even a character in fucking Bleach. He's a guy in Rukia's flashback who this guy called Aranya who can shapeshift uses as a like thing to get into Rukia's mind, which is why he's in this game because he's technically meant to be played as the other one, but because that guy can't actually use his ability because you can't put them in the actual game, they made him this guy, and all we know is he has a trident, and that's probably something to do with water, so it's like a 2 out of 10 because he does nothing. He spins his thing around a little bit. Elliot?
Not much is shown, as you said, not much is known as well about the guy. I'd probably say maybe a 5 because he reminds me, well, not really reminds me, but he definitely looks like Poseidon going for a rebellious phase.
Man, he wear the smite skin. Smite skin? Give me Poseidon's smite skin.
Mid laner moment.
Mid laner.
For those MOBA enthusiasts out there.
Yeah. Me who plays Poseidon in solo one time. Yeah, baby. Luke.
1 because I don't like how he looks.
That's a bit judgmental.
Fair. Now on to Shinji Hirako. Luke, you know so much about this guy because you saw him in real life that one time. Well, Mario did at least.
Mario told me about him.
Yeah.
Time to put an end to this. Come on, it's time. Let's end this.
Basic. I'm gonna give it like a 7 because they could have done like, oh, he actually uses Zombocto, but instead they made his holification his evolution, and then gave his Zombocto just an ability, which I think is pretty cool, and also his holification is pretty sick. And he's just like, I'm just gonna end this. I'm giving it a 7. Also, I am on the knees for fucking Shinji as well. Elliot.
I mean, maybe it's because you're constantly saying, "Oh no, okay, no, go on."
Go, back up the system. You're the new Elliot now.
Alright, I'll do my early impression. Well, I took a smidget look at him, and I thought he was quite dandy with his voice and his that's what Elliot says. He just says dandy all the time, and his dandy mask as well.
I dare say, good sir, I sound nothing of the sort. You wipe that off your mind this instant, young man.
I throw down the glove to you, good sir. We shall duel at sunset tomorrow.
So be it. I will see you in the morning.
I'm gonna give him a 6 because I like the voice change as well.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 5. 5. Mainly due to the fact that I can't get it out of my mind that he's like wielding the world's largest pocket knife keychain accessory. You know, like the Swiss Army knife you can get on keychains?
I have that in my room, Elliot.
It just looks like a giant keychain extension, or just a very
but it makes it
the
easy.
weaponized female symbol.
It makes it easy.
You see the blade, but it's like the hilt and the ring. It just looks like a sharpened female symbol.
It makes it easier to spin that for spindle class.
You could just put that on anything.
Next, we have Uru Ishida, the only Quincy in the game so far. DLC not included. Oh yeah, Uru Yoshida has 2. He's the first person with 2. I forgot about that. I thought that was later on. He has 2. He has 2. His first one, 5. He swished his hair back and went Super Saiyan, and it reminded me of Dragon Ball Z. You know, no,
Not much happened.
-5. Could it remind me of Dragon Ball Z?
Not much happened. I give it the same 5. He just reminds me of like an older version of Tenya Ida from My Hero Academia.
Yep. Luke.
I like him because he has a bow, and not many of them have the bow. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
No. Well, from what I remember, yeah. So his first one, second one though, when he reawakens.
Sorry, I simply cannot let you go. Quincy next steal.
I'll give him that like a 8. He breaks the thing. He goes big blue pillar, and then he goes, "I got wing now," and then says a German word. It's a bit 8.
Let's see, very fancy, very flashy. 7, and he's like a one-winged Dark Lord, but blue.
Blue.
4. Because why would breaking your fin be good for your bow? Like, we ask anyone this, ask Freddy this, and he'd say, if you break your bow, break the fin on the bow, then it won't work. You know? So,
True.
it's not
And maybe,
smart. It's not smart.
You see what happens, Luke, when you use that power where he gets that wing, he can't use his bow powers ever again. Maybe that's what it's symbolizing.
No.
That or he's a bloody idiot.
Yeah, I agree with Elliot. He's an idiot.
But he's got glasses. He must be smart.
This is who Freddy thinks he is when he picks up the bow.
Yeah. You fucking yeah. That's nice.
Ready during our street club be like.
Now we got Chad. I don't see him losing, so he's obviously gonna get 10 out of 10 no matter what. Because yeah, that's a joke. Bleach meme, haha. You know how I talked about Renji earlier? How he's the strongest character? This is because the funny Bleach meme is, you never see Chad lose. I never imagine Chad losing, which obviously means he can't lose. So he must be the strongest. But so no one beats Chad. But you see, that means no one must be stronger than Chad. Which means when Renji can't beat no one, he must be stronger than no one. And no one is stronger than Chad. So Renji must be the strongest. Anyway.
Okay, Codie, real quick. Excuse me for a second, but can I just talk to Luke just for a moment? Luke, what the fuck did he just say? Did you?
Yeah. I don't know what he said either. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad someone did say it because I did not understand what he said.
Through. Like, do you even speak English?
Yeah, I feel like if we were at Codie's house right now, we'd seem like foaming on the mouth when he was going through that bit. Maybe his eye drooped a little bit on the side.
But he's even replaying the previous thing. He's lost it now.
Yeah, like Codie, you're not stroking out on us, are you?
Hey, are you doing alright? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just love Chad, man.
Okay, cool.
See, look, he's about to say all the things he just said again.
I was going to be funny, but I'm not doing that because it's like the 7th time I've said it in my life.
Don't hold it against me. I'll end this in 5 seconds.
I'm giving it the thing he said he'd end it in 5. I'm giving him 5 because he goes, ugh! Shield. 5.
I'm gonna say 6 because he top heavy fainted. He top heavy fainted.
Man playing For Honor.
Transformed, activated revenge midway through, and then quoted Frieza from Dragon Ball Z on that one Namek arc at the beginning. Although I think Frieza said 5 minutes, not 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. That's how strong Chad is. Frieza needs 5 minutes. He needs 5 seconds.
But I bet Chad can't become gold.
Yeah, but but did you know Chad can't beat no one? But no one makes
There
no
you
one
go,
the second
Elliot.
strongest
See?
character.
Luke,
So
Luke,
Renji,
just come
when
over
he
here for a
beats
second, Luke.
Renji
Let's
beats no
just
one.
come over here. We'll let Cody just continue rambling, right?
No, I'm sitting next to you, Elliot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Cody. What are you saying?
I did. No, I've said it all. I've said it. I've said my piece.
What did you just say?
You never see Chad lose. I never imagine Chad losing, which obviously means he can't lose. So he must be the strongest. But so no one beats Chad. But you see, that means no one must be stronger than Chad. Which means when Renji can't beat no one, he must be stronger than no one, and no one is stronger than Chad.
He's gonna start thinking he's talking to like a Twitch chat or something. Like we're not
Hey
Yeah.
chat,
doing right
hey
now.
chat, look at this Luke guy fucking not giving a score. What a fucking idiot.
Okay, you're on my score 10.
Why? Is it
Just
because
10 now.
is it because you don't imagine him losing?
I mean, alright. Just 10, okay?
Okay,
Just 10.
I'll allow it.
Just
10. Okay, now on to each go. Main character, aka Luke. Let's go.
Strawberry.
Serious now.
Strawberry, Luke. Oh, we're
10 seconds.
Hey, look! Look at his hill. It's the funny symbol like One Piece game.
The holy symbol.
So yeah, what you guys giving that? I'm giving that I'm giving it a 7. It was pretty cool. Like he posing on him, you know. He posing.
What are you
7.
talking about, Cody?
Shut up, man.
Cody, like, you know, you want to phone a friend, you can, you know, man.
He
Like,
posing on them. He posed on the
completely lost
guy.
Cody, I want to do I want to do a welfare check on you, alright? Like, where are you currently?
He posing on him, you know.
Sorry, I would honestly say I'm saying that a lot. I'd honestly right fucking crap.
I'll say.
What about Dandy? You've been
I'd
saying
give it
that
a
a
9.
bit.
I'd say a 9 because Ichigo's just aura farming.
Yeah, yes, he's all you see. Do you see my vision? He's aura farming. He posing on them.
I don't see what you see. You've gone insane.
He posing on them. He posing.
Yeah, see,
man.
he keeps on saying posing on them. It makes no sense.
He got that stank.
Yeah, he got that stack. He got that stack, that northern stack. Can't even get that. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it 7 because he makes his big sword go small, but he still looks pretty cool. So I'll give it a 7.
Mash your boing and boing touches cold water.
And now you see, this is a different character, guys. This is Ichigo Bunkai form, so his base is Bunkai. And this guy has 2 awakenings. So yeah. Let's go.
Qualification. This is my qualification. Here I come.
Just kind of like Shinji's is pretty badass, and he'd be like roaring on them, you know. Last time he was posing on them, now he's roaring on them. I'm giving that like a 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10 because you just straight up think you're Denji from Chainsaw Man.
Alright.
I'm gonna give that a 9 because when he was roaring, and you know how he said he looked like me, Cody.
Yeah.
I like do that rule when I'm constipated on the toilet. I do.
Nice.
Good to know.
And you go, this is my qualification.
Yeah, because all the poo's coming out my bowels. So that's what I say. Is
You're making yourself more hollow.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cut.
Do you give a score? I don't remember.
I said 9.
Oh, did you? I don't. Honestly, I don't remember anymore. Okay. Now this is his
This is
real.
imposing. This is imposing.
Now this is his reawakening. For this to happen, he must die. 10 out of 10, bro. He'd be like, I'm dead, and then he goes, ah, and then like it zooms up in his hair, which got longer, and then it like zooms out and it's his hollow hole. 10 out of 10.
I would
He also
give
doing
it,
whiteface. 10 out of 10.
but he is white.
But he's doing extra whiteface. 10 out of 10.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's a bad
makes
thing
no
if you're already
sense.
white.
Can you do blackface when you're black?
No, because
Okay.
why are we even on about this? Sorry, Ray. I'll give that a 10. Probably the coolest so far. Very nice. Full transformation. Got the horns. Got the look. The hole. I still don't know why they have a hole, but it's like a Bleach thing. So
Because they're
I guess
hollow.
Gonna make you hollow in a sec.
Yeah, you like that, wouldn't you?
I'll give it a 10 because he's got that evil villain look, and I like evil villain looks.
That's damn. Luke be villainous. And now we have the one. You're literally, if Leon was here, he'd be going 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He'd be thirsting for her, you know.
What the stealth force can do. Sorry, but you're not getting past. Get that blade up. We're fighting now.
I'm giving that a 9 out of 10. No, 8 out of 10 because it's pretty basic, but she loses clothes and that jam though, I'd be like that with the club. But yeah, 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give that I'm gonna say an 8.5. Mainly because one, electricity, very nice gimmick when it comes to combat. The type of like speed manipulation.
You could say it's shocking.
Very, very shocking. And the music. I mean, the main thing there is the music.
Yeah, it's not fucking. It's me in the club, man. When they hit that shit at the club. Luke?
I'll give that a 7 because it looked really funny when she looked up and it was like looking at her face and electric was coming out behind her because I thought that electric was coming from her butt and she was fighting electric. I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay, now we have
Moving on.
we have Mr. Hat and Clogs. Kisuke Urahara.
For real.
Hey, look, he has a cane as a weapon already.
I have no other choice. Always be prepared, see? I'll get serious. Just a bit.
I'm giving that like a 4. It showed us his eye. And he came back and goes, whoa, my weapon's not a cane anymore. Bit boring.
Yeah, I'd say a 7. Because he seems like a kind of very calm, laid back kind of person, and when they get serious, that's scary. That, and I reckon that's probably what would happen if you try and steal from a corner shop without paying. The
Yeah.
shopkeeper would just activate their bonkai and come after you.
Yeah, literally.
I'm going to give it a 3 because he looks like the type of person to go, I smoke weed. I'm cool. I smoke lots of weed. That's what he looks like. He looks like the type of person to boast about smoking weed.
That's probably canon. That's your head canon.
Yeah.
And now we've got the first Ranka, who's ranked number 3. I know, weird. But you know how you said you like the when they transform, Luke? This is going to be your shit, okay?
But yeah.
Unleash
Elliot.
my power.
Sorry, Elliot, no baby form.
Oh.
I will show you how it's used. Freeze. Kamusa.
She a ram.
Rational beings need to have a legitimate reason to kill.
Late.
Yeah, I'm giving that like a 9 out of 10 because just sick, man. She become a ram. She can ram me. Ha ha ha. Elliot.
Good one, Codie.
Well, funny you say that, because typically of centaurs, they inhibit the animal form as the human side. So, technically speaking, if Nell did have a shaboing-a-boing, it would be massive. And for that fact, I'm giving her a 9.
My guy.
I'm giving her a 9 because I wasn't thinking about that bit. Well, I'm giving her a 9 because she looks cool, and I like it when characters like actually like change their appearance rather than just shine or have their
Yeah.
sword bent a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, understandable. Then we got a Ronka number 8, Zalafra.
Regret it now.
He's a jellyfish.
A weird looking jellyfish. Oh,
Now he's a jellyfish.
Terribly sorry to keep you waiting. Now the second act will begin.
He's. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, he doesn't. He changes a little bit. He gets a skirt. He goes a bit zesty. But just the way he gets his fucking how he does it, he fucking sucks off his own sword. That's a 10 out of 10 moment for me in Bleach. So 10 out of 10.
I'd say a 7. For some odd reason, the music just reminds me of like a Pokemon boss fight. Typically between like an Ultra Beast and Ultra Sun and Moon. It sounds like Pokemon music. It really does.
0, because I don't like it when he does that thing. I really don't like it.
What thing?
Or when he
Sucking off
vaults a
his.
sword.
Yeah,
When
I
he
don't
sucks
like
off
it. I don't like it. It's weird. I don't like it.
Me and you are very different men, Luke.
But like clowns do that, where they like pretend to eat swords, and it's an entire thing.
Yeah, but they don't like wrap their tongue around it and stuff like that,
Some
do they?
might. How many shows have you
Yeah,
seen?
well, I don't know what circus you're going to, you fucking freak.
Nope. Oh yes, this guy also has a second one when he dies as well. I forgot about this.
Ooh.
This time he puts his dick in his mouth.
You wish.
No, you wish. You're literally the one who fucking cooming about it.
Do that to me.
And like this,
I'm gonna coom. That's what you're saying.
That is I'm immortal. I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 because this is pretty cool. He becomes a sword and comes out that guy's mouth.
I'm gonna say a 6. I mean, personal preference, I'm not too partial to the content of oral birth, but you know, some people are. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Luke.
You know what? Okay, no, pause. Right,
You would
pause. Right.
No, you
you know
would,
what
Luke.
annoys
Continue.
me is the fact that Elliot, you know, you didn't even say it was raw. You just said oral birth. You actually like specified it down to what it was.
Mhm.
You know, that's. I'll give you this. It's impressive that you can do that. But like, it's
Impressive.
like you
I've
knew
seen my fair
exactly
share,
what.
Luke.
Yeah, you've seen.
I've
You
seen
know
my fair
exactly what it
share.
is. Anyway, moving on. Minus a billion because I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay then. Well,
Fair enough.
now on to my favorite anime character of all time. Guess what I'm going to give him? Grimjaw.
Show you.
He's a panther.
This is my power. Grind.
You can grind on me.
My guy thinks he's Naruto.
I'm actually like going to give that like an 8. I feel like it could be better. Actually, 7.5. It could like be so much better. I don't know how, but it definitely could be.
I definitely say I'm almost gonna say a 10. I think that is a 10. I'm a sucker when it comes to colorations of like white and blues. I just find
Oh
that
yeah,
colour
it's my favorite color
is
combination of all
very
time.
nice, very good. That and the fact it's kind of like a full body transformation as well, where you can definitely see like the animalistic part it's trying to inhibit.
Mm.
Very flashy, very pretty, very cool.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have
10.
done more. So sadly,
Oh,
And
they always
just
could,
didn't.
couldn't they? Codie? You're never satisfied, are you?
I'm giving that a 9 because when he did that, it like the Maroon 5.
Yeah.
You know the hits on animals.
Yeah.
You know it's like that when he goes. Yeah, I prayed on you tonight. It's like that, you know. It's like that.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I think that's pretty cool. That's a Maroon 5 reference for
Maroon 5 reference.
yeah old heads in the audience. You know.
Very nice.
Now
Now on to Noritora, the rapist.
Are you ready to
He a male mantis.
Lexion? Pray, Santa Teresa! I am the strongest!
Stay.
I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10, mainly because when the smoke comes in and you see the horns, you think it's his weapon, but it's not. It's his horns. Like an 8.
I'd say a 6. I mean, I don't really understand where he gets the other 2 arms from and how one weapon splits into 4. There's probably some explanation behind it, but it just looks a tad peculiar.
Well, mantises are peculiar. Luke?
I'll give it a 6 because I like that he's kind of segmented his weapons into 2 different weapons, or 2 pairs of different weapons. Yeah, 2 pairs of the same weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But him being a rapist definitely does bump that down a bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if Codie never mentioned it, you would have never have known, so...
Oh no,
I've mentioned it to him before. Yeah. Because specifically he's a male mantis, and male mantises are like actual rapists.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Ulquiorra Schiffer. A run count before. This guy has 2. This guy has 2.
This is the release of the butler of Spada. In prison.
He's a bat. I'm gonna give that like a 7 because he just goes in prison, points his sword out, and he doesn't change massively. He just gets some wings, and his sword becomes a javelin. So I'm gonna like a 7.58. Probably like 7.
I say 6 because I have 4 words to sum up the entire transformation. 50 Shades of Gay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I was thinking of Twilight, and then I realized that, hang on, those are 2 separate things, aren't they?
I'll give it.
Of Twilight more than 50 Shades.
I'll give it 6.5 because he looks like Dracula. He does.
Makes sense.
Not the original Ben Stoker's Dracula, but I mean
The Muppet one, yeah, the Muppet one.
No, not the Muppet. A
1, 2.
Like a 2000s like revival of like the vampire genre and all that.
Understandable. All right, well, on to his second one, which is his reawakening.
Dust behind. Of all the Espada, only I have achieved the 2nd stage release. Resurrección. Segunda etapa.
I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 because you're looking up, you're like transcendent, and then he becomes full bat. 9 out of 10.
I'd say 7. It's cooler, edgy, not too been partial on the whole green colours, but still good.
7 because I like he looks cool, and he's got a villain vibe to him, and I'm a sucker when it comes to villains. I do like my villains.
He is a villain. Alright, next on to Hallibel, number 3. She a shark.
Water. I'll show you what that. With this power, I'll end it here. Hunt. Tiburon. No mercy.
I'm gonna give that like a 7. No, 8. I quite the water go around, then she comes out with like the big fucking shark fins. Like, damn. Yeah.
Let's say 7.5. Just design aside, because I mean, come on, design big thing. I am a huge sucker when it comes to water magic and just water manipulation as a concept in general. Anything that involves water or ice, just God, I love it. So that would be my main my main drive, just water
Yeah.
and the tits, but mainly the water.
Yeah. Luke?
I'm gonna give that a. I'm gonna give it 7.5 because she looks cool when she does the water thing, and it's quite stylistic as well. And they've really, I like the weapon getting bigger. I do like bigger weapons. Bigger means better, always. And yeah. She looks cool.
Yeah. And now for number 1 Espada. He's already in his resurrection, so we don't see him turn into his resurrection, but he gets into his second part of his resurrection. This is pretty cool.
Shall we get going, Lilynette, Stark?
I'm giving that an 8.5 out of 10, just because, like, he roll up, and it's just me and the gang, you know? He fucking changes his gun to a sword, and then he just pulls up, and he's fucking got a pack of wolves with him. He alpha. Yeah.
7 for a couple reasons. The color scheme, white and blue, again, very
Mhm.
nice. But what I don't understand is you have a gun, you have spirit gun thingamajiggies, and then you think it's a good idea to just turn that into a blade? There's a reason why there's the saying, like, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Like, keep the bloody gun.
Yeah, but he also brought wolves, so...
That doesn't excuse the fact he had a long-range weapon.
But he has wolves. And it makes him the alpha.
I still think a gun would be better than a few dogs and a couple bin knives.
No. They're wolves. And he's the alpha.
I don't give a shit. That's a gun and that's 45 calibers of God's ammunition. God's caliber, that's it.
3 because he was stupid. Because the wolf, sure, he's the alpha, as you say, Cody. I'm glad you pointed that out. Because that would have been missed on most people, like Elliot.
Shut up.
And he's the alpha.
You didn't even know. You go last for a reason.
But he's stupid because the wolves go away. If he's the alpha, why do the wolves go away? Why don't they stay? They just disappear.
Good point.
I'm just making a point, man.
Yeah,
listen, I watch and learn. You like watch and suck on milk or whatever.
What?
What are you rating it? I don't remember. I don't even know if you said no.
3.
3.
Do you not respect my opinion? Is that
No. I don't.
I
He's the alpha.
He's the alpha, man. Andrew Tate stan. Now on to Kaname Tozen. He blind.
Inescapable. Don't get smug.
I guess you could say he's seen better days.
What? 'Cause he's black.
No, he's seen better days. It's funny.
Because he's black, Elliot.
It's because he's black.
What?
Isn't it?
No.
Just because he's black.
It's because he's
Because he's
black.
black. It's because he's black, and you want them all to go back in back there, don't you?
I'm making a blind joke.
Are you saying
But it doesn't make
that
sense.
black
It
people
doesn't
are
make sense. He's
blind?
been
Is that what
blind for
you're
his
saying?
entire life. He would have never been able to see in the past.
Man, I want Leon here. He can back me up. I'm not racist. I hate all races equally.
Did you guys see that, or are you too busy arguing? Because I'm going to give that like a I'm giving that like a 9 because I actually just really like how it just becomes a mat. He gets one ring, turns into multiple rings, and it becomes a black hole. Pretty cool.
I'm sorry to say that I didn't see it, and neither did he. Whoa.
Okay, that's a funny blind joke.
So was the previous.
Yeah,
one.
you
I
did.
guess it just
No,
went over your-
Right, last
No, it
time you
wasn't.
made it about race.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you're just making it
Pigtail on
about
the
disability, so
donkey.
it's okay. Okay.
You
Here
know
it is
Cody's
again.
really sensitive about this topic of disability, okay? Don't make
I don't
those
care
type
if
of
he's
jokes
blonde.
around.
That's not an excuse.
Are we watching now?
Yes.
I think I said I was giving it like a 9 because big ring, go black whole time, and you can't see.
Black hole.
No, but when I make a joke now, it's fine, but when Duke doesn't.
Yeah, but
but-
yours was racist against disabled people.
Yeah, yeah, and also you got the children jokes, Elliot. You can't do anything else. That's your thing. You can't steal so. So what are you guys rating it, huh?
All things aside, I'd say all things aside, I say it is a pretty cool gimmick,
Yeah.
making everything dark and closing it in a space.
Oh, because he's black, Elliot. Come on.
No, you see, it's because right.
Funny joke. Okay, well, I'll
6.
stop now. So, Luke.
I'll give it a nice 6. I will, because I like it when the rings go around, but he doesn't. It's a good like transformation, but yeah, he doesn't really have anything after that. He just kind of glows like the other ones, so it does put a bit of a dampener on it in my eyes there. But it's good.
Well, I will say, you don't see it here, you'll see it in the other one. When he does that, everything goes black, and there's only a light around your character, and you can't see where he is.
Is that because he gets really, really big?
No, that's because
What?
it's because his character model gets taken away. Because it makes the enemy blind, basically. So it makes his model go away. So he's not like actually there.
Well, that's a bit of lazy game design, isn't it?
Oh.
Just delete the model, like.
Okay, well, actually, it's actually really good game design, because if you do it on another person who is playing the same person, the model doesn't go away at all, because it wouldn't work on them, because he's already blind. So shut the fuck up, Luke.
Yeah, but Codie, what I'm saying is, if you're trying to play that character and the model goes away, how are you supposed to play the
No,
character?
it only goes away on the enemy's screen.
You should have said that first.
It's immersive because the blind guy can't see. So if you can't see the blind guy, then it's just
Exactly. It's
better
like
immersion.
Yeah, exactly.
You
He
should
can't
have
see
said that
himself.
first.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I apologize.
I'm sorry, my king. I'm sorry, my king. No, I'm kneeling for Shinji and Shuhei. You said a number probably. I'll probably see it here in editing. It's fine. Now on to Geen. He is Snake.
Now you'll see. Bankai. Kamishi no Yori. Sure, let's see it then. Show me what you've got.
There you go. I'm giving that like a 8.5, because I really like how like he makes the mist, then he cuts all the mist with his big sword, and then it shrinks back down. You can see it slowly shrink down. I think it's pretty cool.
I'd say that's a 7. Cool concept. Again, interesting thing you said with the mist. And, I'm surprised no one actually said this earlier. But remind me, who was the guy who had that, like, bone serpent sword? What was his name?
Renji Abarai.
Yeah, no one made a joke about it, so I'm gonna make a joke now. It's like a penis.
You think everything's a penis?
Yeah, I didn't think it looked like a penis. I think you're just gay. What do you think about penis?
You look at one thing and you go, "That's a penis."
That's
I'm gonna
a
start calling you penis,
That's a
Elliot.
penis. That's a
It
penis.
extended, then it retracted. I might be, man. I don't know.
This is when you
No,
find out,
boy.
Elliot. No wonder I like men.
No wonder.
Good thing Leon isn't here.
Yeah, we'd be getting like, I don't know, stabbed. Well, also, Kaname, we would not be doing what we did with Kaname if Leon was here. I'll tell you that now. See, if Leon was here, our comedy would be down. We would be restrained.
No, Cody, you misunderstand. Leon currently is here. He's on the screen we're watching right now.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
It's because he's black.
Like you get.
Sorry, he's a good guy. We love him dearly.
Yeah, we love him. He's laughing. He's definitely laughing at these jokes when he watches this video. I hope.
If you never
Um,
hear from me again, then I'm sorry.
no wonder Leon does not want to be here.
That aside, shaboing a boing joke, yeah, 7.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was pretty cool.
Extendo armors.
This isn't getting monetized.
I don't make money anyway. It doesn't matter. At least it didn't get copyright strike by the Big Boss joke. Okay, we'll let you talk now, Luke. What do you rate Gi and Ichimaru Cut in the Mist?
He looks cool because he's got a cool transformation, and his blade looks like the one Melania, Blade of Mikola, uses in Elden Ring.
Very cool.
Does it?
A little bit, yeah. I thought you do what are you rating it?
7.
7. I thought you'd like it a bit more because you was cutting Mist and you love Mist. You know your vape and shit.
I don't vape.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
No.
When have I ever vaped?
Actually, maybe you don't. Maybe it's Elliot. You vape, don't you? You're the vaping one. Sorry, Luke. Sorry to false against you.
Just because Luke vaped in my garden doesn't mean that I'm the one who vapes.
What you didn't see is when he was vaping in the garden, I was cutting all the Mist like Dean like there, so you didn't see it.
You were inhaling the vape.
Right, anyway,
I don't vape.
Moving on.
Anyway, we're on the last character now, by the way, but this guy had like 7. It's the main villain of the game. I know how much you love villains, Luke. So this is his one that just happens randomly.
This is my limit. As a soul reaper, that is. Let us celebrate this birth.
I'm giving that I'm gonna give that like a 9 because it can happen randomly and it like stops the entire game and he just goes, "Oh, I'm forming with the Hogyoku," and then he gets a pretty cool form. He goes whiteface, white power.
You did just fucking say that. You did just fucking say that. Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
He's
Fucking
just a
hell.
really powerful white man. There's nothing wrong
Exactly.
with that. There's no racial implication. He's just a strong white man with magical powers.
That was a joke, by the way.
That's
I am not. All races are equal. I swear. That was a joke.
Even the bad ones.
Yeah, like the 800 meter. Don't like that one. It's too long.
Yeah, nor the Ford Mustang back in like 1985? God, I hate races.
Oh, anyway, your turn, Elliot.
6 because he become mannequin man with
Oh, mannequin.
Stick.
I can see the mannequin. Luke.
7.5 because there's a cool transformation, and he looks cool as well, and he's like, "I'm evil. I'm gonna kill you." That's what he basically says.
I see.
white power.
Yeah.
He also says that as well.
And this is his actual evolution after that one.
Yes. It seems the curse of the stage is over. This is the birth of a being that transcends the rules of this world.
I like that one. I'm giving that like a 9.5 because face sheds. He gets long, luscious locks in his eyes. His eyes are sick, man. He gets purple eyes. Yeah. Eyes are
6.
crazy.
Not much really changed, in all honesty. Cool enough, and it's transitioning to another form, but I mean, like, it's not that different than the original.
I see that. I understand that.
I agree with Elliot. I'll give that a 6 as well because he just kind of like flops his hair down, and I know the the symbolism of it is supposed to be like a metamorphosis, of, like a butterfly turning from a ladybug. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but I liked him in the one he was before.
Yeah,
I did.
white power. That's why he's all white.
Suigetsu. For how long now have you been under the illusion that I wasn't using Kyoka Suigetsu?
Speaking of
this one.
Metamorphosis,
Oh.
before you continue, Cody, speaking of
Yeah.
Metamorphosis, that reminds me of the hit doujin under the tag of 177013 under the name Metamorphosis.
I'll let you guys look that up yourselves.
And that also reminds me of Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, about where a guy wakes up in his bed and he's a bug. I'll let you guys look that up for yourselves. My name's Codie Money, White Power.
Wow,
I'm
thanks,
so
Cody.
glad all three of us have said white power now. So anyway, this is, I believe, his last one. There might be one after it, but I think this is his last one. This one is when he dies, and it's the cocooning. It's the last stage of Metamorphosis, as
You just
one
call
may
him a
say.
coon.
He's in his cocoon right now. Anyway, yes. See, he dead.
Oh. Gallica gun.
Now, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10 because it's the end of the Metamorphosis, as we know. And he is, as Luke said earlier, Butterfly. And I love how like he goes, like big purple beam, and then he just appears behind beam. I think it's pretty cool. I think he also he pull, well, he doesn't pull apart, but like the beam parts ways, like he's Moses with the ocean or something. I don't know. I haven't read the
The
Bible.
Red Sea,
Yeah,
you're thinking of, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read the Bible. But yeah, 10 out of 10.
I'd say 10 as well, although I am a bit confused the whole beam part. So you mean to tell me that he fell flat on his back, shot a beam into the air, and somehow during that time the beam stayed in position, he got up, appeared all the way up in the beam, and then pulled it back like a curtain to show his new form. Wouldn't the beam have shifted if it came from his chest?
Yeah, but
Why
it's
did it stay in
but
one
the
place?
beam is coming from the cocoon, so he just slipped out the cocoon. So the
So
cocoon's
like an
still there.
elevator. He used the beam like an elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that must be it.
Alright, sure.
10 out of 10 because it was an excellent build up to the final form, and yeah, I think it was really well executed, and I think he also looks cool as well.
Yeah. Whoa! Done with the Awakenings! Yay! Thank you for watching, guys. I've been Codie. He's been
The one who watches, Elliot.
yeah, and the other one has been
Me, Luke.
Leon's not here, and he'll never be here ever again. Bye!